All right, hello, hello, hello. So I had a comment on one of my videos asking me if I could do a tutorial. It was a great question, and I answered the question, but I also said I will do a tutorial to Big Country Football. So this is the new Modern Era 2D20 results chart. I said I had made a few tweaks to the chart, so we're going to use the new one. So if you're following along, that will be the chart I'm using. I'm going to go ahead and use the 1985 Broncos at the 1985 Raiders because they're the first two. It's easy. Pardon me, gonna sneeze. Sorry. So with that being said, we're good to go, right? So I don't have a field or anything. I'm going to roll dice here to walk things through how I do stuff. So let's go ahead and clear the text chat. We don't need all that nonsensical stuff up here. So let's clear the current chat. All right, so down here you'll see the dice roll. This is a 2D20 game, so when I drop the dice, I'll be rolling the 2D20, and I'll roll the D6 if necessary, right? Okay, so this way you can see the dice as they drop. All right, so modern football, we're going to start out. Let's just pretend Denver has the ball first. Denver returns the ball out to their own 23, and we'll roll to see if there's a fumble. So first thing we do on any kick, return, etc. is check for a fumble. A 1 will be a fumble. Nope, no fumble, so we're good to go there. Right, so let me pull this up. So Denver, it's going to be 1st and 10, own 23, right? 1st and 10. Oh, no, I think I just paused the damn thing. See, I cannot use the keyboard. I keep forgetting that with this thing. All right, so this is probably going to get paused like a million times. All right, so 1st and 10, and we're just going to roll the dice, right? All we need to do is roll the dice to see what's going to happen here. So, play call, and we're going to take just the first. We're going to take them in order. So, however they come up, 13 and 17, right? So, we know the two dice, 13, 17. Going to take them in order. Or actually, sorry, 17 and 10. Excuse me, 17 and 10. I have a feeling it's always going to put the high first. So, maybe, you know what? Let me clear this. I think we're going to have to do these one at a time. It'll always put the highest number first. That we do not want. That is not how the game functions. So I'll roll the first one. This will be the play call. 3. All right, so we're going to go over here to our play call chart. 3. Offense fumbles the ball, linebacker. So what we do is we look at the Raider linebacker. The Raider linebacker is -1, so we go back here. And 3 minus 1 is, we move it down 1. Quarterback is sacked for a loss of 1d6 plus 5 yards. So it's coming here. Let's roll 1d6. We're going to find out what the sack is. 4 and 5 is going to be a sack for a loss of 9. Sack -9. That's going to be 2nd and 19 at their own, 14-yard line. So that's Denver. Oh, by the way, this is Denver. Right? Make sure I didn't pause the darn video. Drives me bananas. I'm not going to play a whole game here. We're just doing a tutorial. Okay, and then I also want to find out if I care who made the sack, right? So remember, the linebacker, so on the first play call, you go with the defensive in parentheses. So it's either going to be a DL or blank. If it's blank, you just go right over here. And if there's no other secondary role, you take those yards. If there's a DL, you modify it, right? If there's an OL, you check the OL versus the linebacker, right? So we're just going to walk through this. But I can roll the D20 to find out who gets credit for the sack. Why don't we do that? Why don't we play this as written? Who gets credit for the sack? 10 does. So the sack is going to go to a DL. So that'll be the man, Howie Long. So Long will get the sack. So I'll put here Long. All right, so it's 2nd and 19 from the 14, right? Okay, here we go. We're going to roll the dice. And we're going to roll first the play. And it's a 6, so we go to the chart, 6. Halfback runs for 4 yards. Is the offensive line greater than the DL? So, the offensive line for Denver is a smashing 2. Very good. 3 is the highest you can possibly be, so Denver's got a solid OL. Our DL, though, is -2. So the answer to this question is no, it's not greater, right? So that means we shift it. So let's go back and double check, right? So I rolled a 6. Is the OL greater than the DL? No, it is not. They're even. It has to be greater. So we shifted DL. So we look at the Raiders. Their DL is a -2. So we shift down to 4. -1, -2. Pass to 1-6 for a first down. Beautiful. So John Elway, under duress, basically changes the play at the line of scrimmage and is going to step out and fire a bullet to Vance Johnson or somebody for a first down. Let's find out who that somebody is. 6. That's going to be the halfback. So he actually throws a swing pass out of the backfield for a first down. That's a brilliant play. So that must have been like dumped underneath and he broke tackles because that's a 19-yard play. So it's going to be pass to halfback for 19. Holy cow. First down pass. John Elway dips it out of the backfield and the back is gone off to the races. 1st and 10 on the Raiders. That's a bad deal right there. 19, 14 is 32. Is that right? No, 33. 33, right? That's what they needed to get the first. They got all the yardage they lost back and a first down yardage, right? No, they lost 9. So, yeah, first down. That's right. Jeez, what is wrong with me? So we lost 9. And we threw for 19. Yeah, it should be 33. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm slow. All right. That's awesome. So let's go ahead and roll for the next play. So Denver, 1st and 10 from the 33. Oh, I think I forgot to write that down here. Let's go ahead and get that done. Oh, no, I did. 1st and 10 for the 33. The roll was an 18. This is going to be a pass. Out pass to the flanker for 13 yards. DB modifies this. Our DB for the Raiders is a -1, so we're going to go down 1 from 18 to 17. Waggle pass to Shannon Sharp. Well, no, actually, it would have been Clarence K in 85. Waggle pass to Clarence K for 9. Remember, we ignore this on any second. You only use the defensive player for the first roll. You do not continue to go down and down and down and down. So you use the first one, that's it. The second one you ignore. Waggle pass to the tight end for 9 yards, but 13 plus we could force an incomplete pass. But let's first look at Denver. Denver's a 0 quarterback, but a tight end of -2. So, it's going to be even easier for us to bat this way. Down. Right? So it's a waggle pass. 13 -2 is 11 plus. We bat it away. So if I can roll 11 or better, we will make an incomplete pass out of this 9-yard pass. Yeah, bat it away. 2nd down, baby. The Raiders. It's going to be incomplete. Denver. 2nd and 10. Their own 33. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Let's see what Denver can do on this next play. 6. Oh, so they're going back to the thing they did earlier. Fullback runs. Okay, we already know that they can't beat our DL, so down is going to be a first down strike. It's another slant pass. Who's the slant pass do this time? 3. That is pass to first down. What did I say? 3? Tight end. So Clarence K gets his catch in after all. Yeah, 3. So Clarence K catches a first down pass. So right now, Elway is Johnny on the spot with these quick strikes. 10 to the tight end. And it's going to be Denver. Dang it. Another first down. 1st and 10 at their own 43. They're already at midfield, folks. So looking like the Broncos. No doubt about it. I like these new charts. All right. Here we go. Their next play. 17. 17 is going to be waggle pass. Linebacker for the Raiders. Do they shift it? Yes, he does. He shifts it down from a 17 to a 16. Swing pass for 7 yards. And again, this is to the fullback. The quarterback we already know is a 0. The fullback for them is a -1. So we can bat it down on a 13 plus. Our defense bats this away. No, it's complete. And it was complete for 7 yards to the fullback. Beautiful. Elway. Pass to the fullback. 7 yards. You got to love that. DN. 2nd and 3. It's a manageable situation, and they're at the 50, baby. Look at Denver. First drive of the game looking really good. All right, what are they going to do? They're going to go with 9. 9 is pass to 1d6 for 8 yards. The OL greater than my linebacker. Yes. So their OL locks this in. So when the OL wins, they lock this play. Even if it's a bad play, they win it. They lock it in. Like this interception up here can be locked in because it's it's easier to pick off, right? So, excuse me, it's so you in this situation, the OL protects the quarterback, which could lead to an interception because they're getting the job done. They're avoiding the sack or the big sack up here, right? Okay. So sometimes your OL makes the play and allows your quarterback to throw a bad pass. That's what that's going to mean. Okay, let's go back. I rolled a 9. The OL is bigger than my linebacker. Let's go check. Their OL is 2. My linebacker is -1, so they win. So that means we lock it in. So let's go back. Let's lock it in. 9. 1 dice 6. So let's see who gets this pass reception. It's going to be 3. That's going to be 3 on the wide open pass. Pass to wide open is, again, the flanker this time. And it was 9. Flanker's going to catch that pass for 8 yards. We can cause the incompletion. Their flanker is rated 0. So we can cause the incompletion on a 15 plus. We need this to be 15 plus. Oh, caught. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. What was that, a 9-yard pass? 8-yard pass. That's a first, though, I think. Yes, it is, because it was 2nd and 3. Pass to the flanker, 9. Dang, Denver's looking good. Denver. 1st and 10 at the 41. At the defense's 41. This is why you don't need a football field, folks. You can do this with a notebook. You never need a football field. It tracks your entire game for you, and at the end of the game, you'll have all the stats you need. So I used to log all my games when I played Stratomatic before I got rid of it in 2006. But when I got it back, because Stratomatic was the first game I got back when I came back to tabletop after pen and paper football, I didn't use a field. I tracked everything. So this is a great way to track your games. You have the whole game, you have the log, plus you have the statistics, right? All right, so Denver, 1st and 10 at hour 41. Denver is looking really good right now. John Elway and company. John has been good so far. 19, this is a touchdown pass, I believe. Deep pass in for 15, but our DB is going to move this down. Remember, defense only shifts the play, so our DB is a -1. All right, so let's go back. So he rolled a 19, -1 because DB wins. It's going to be an out to the flanker. So he checks, he looks deep, and then changes his mind, goes back over to the flanker for 13. But 12 plus, we bat the pass away. So here we go. We need a 12 or more to bat the pass away. Elway has no adjustment. The flanker's blank. Yep, bat it away. So the Raiders break that up. Incomplete. Denver, 2nd and 10 at the defense's 41. Man, Denver's having a nice drive. Boy, Elway has thrown the ball already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Elway's thrown the ball 6 times. Isn't that something? So for those who were concerned that there were too many runs on my old chart, well, so far we haven't seen a run at all on this chart. All right, the play is 1, picked off. Now remember, does their OL? So 1. Here's the example. So the gentleman who wrote me said, "How do I get into the 0 or the -1?" Was his question, I think, in a nutshell. Well, here we go. Perfect play. So is their OL greater than my DL? Their OL is a 2. My DL is a 2. The answer is no. They have to be greater than, which means the DL shifts this down 2. So if my DL wins, we have to use the DL to shift it. Down 2 is 1-2. Quarterback sacked, fumble lost. So it's a strip sack fumble. 1d6 yards lost. So the Raiders end up taking it away as Howie Long or Greg Townsend. Bam. So it's going to be a sack -4 strip. Let's do it this way. Let's be honest here. Strip sack fumble -4, and we already know LAR recovers. Fumble recovered, right? Because this is why you want that OL to win this, because a worst possible result is an automatic loss of the ball. Bam, right there. Let's go ahead and roll to see who actually got the sack. Is it Greg Townsend? Who is it? 15? 15 is a linebacker. So who would our linebacker be? Let's say Rod Martin, right? So let's go back to this, and that's going to be Martin. Rod Martin comes in and hammers Elway, and look at this, folks. LAR, 1st and 10. I think my thing is still recording. And again, fumbles, always at the line of scrimmage. We don't move a fumble, right? It's going to be right at the line of scrimmage. Again, we're taking that straight from the history of pro football. In the long run, a fumble is equal to a turnover on downs as far as yardage, right, in that sense. We know in reality, of course, fumbles happen all over the place at all kinds of different places. But for the extent of a full season of games or a full career of games, it's going to play out. All right, so the Raiders now have a shot. So let's go ahead and play with the Raiders. Now let's take a look at this team. Ooh, bad quarterback. Brilliant running back, as Marcus Allen won the league MVP that year. Frank Hawkins and company didn't run much but blocked well. Split end is solid. Of course, our tight end is a master. Was the best tight end in football during this era. Todd Christensen led the league 3 years in a row, I think, with 95, 90, and something receptions. Their flanker is fantastic. Their OL was really good. Their defense was strong. So let's see what they can do. Let's roll the dice. What do the Raiders do after getting a turnover? Oh, they're going for the touchdown bomb, baby. 20. Pump fake, pass to wide open for a TD. Let's go ahead and roll to see who's wide open. Remember, this ain't caught yet. You still got to roll for the batting it down. The wide open pass is to 2. That's our split in. I talked about this. +1. That's going to be Doki Williams. Now, they can bat it away with a 6+. Well, remember, we have to factor in the receiver and the quarterback. Our quarterback's -2. That's not good. Our receiver's +1. So -1 from this number. 5 and up, the defense breaks it up. Touchdown, Raiders! We rolled a 2, baby, and the Raiders throw a bomb for a TD. Holy cow, a 59-yard bomb pass. Touchdown to Williams from Wilson, Mark Wilson, of 59 yards. The extra point, the Raiders kicked the extra point on 1-19. What a play. The Raiders strap sick fumble, step up, and fire a bomb for a touchdown. The kick is good, 3. So the Raiders are also going to get the PAT. And with that, the Raiders are up LAR 7, Denver 0 in the first quarter. So a strip sack fumble recovered by the Raiders. And on 1st and 10, the Raiders play action bomb to Doki Williams down the field at home in the Coliseum. The fans roar as Williams catches that, Doki catches that touchdown bomb, and that is the Raiders. That's what they did. That was sweet. So that's how it works. So let's just take a look. I'm not going to keep playing. Let's take a look. Boy, it makes me want to play bad, though, man. So the reason I'm doing this on the computer twofold. I wanted to be able to show people how it works. I wanted to be able to show the dice, show the charts, show the teams. But also, these new charts I have yet to physically get from the printer. So I have to go actually pick up the new charts so I can sit at my table and play. So I have yet to even pick up my new charts. That was sweet. But, okay, so remember, anytime there's a defensive, on the first roll, you must modify up or down based on the DL. If the DL is a 0, you don't. You just go straight across. If there's no effect, you just take this yardage. If the OL now is matched up, they must be greater than the defensive unit. It's not tied. It has to be greater. If they are greater, they just lock into this play. It doesn't like this last one. The Raiders, because the OL couldn't, it shift down to a sack, fumble, lost. There was not even a chance of dropping the interception, right? So this result and this result are worse than this result, right? Okay. So that's why you want to lock in that OL there. And then up here, of course, the pump fake doesn't have a DL, right? So that means your DB, your only thing that can push you into this territory is bad DBs. So a +1, +2, or +3 DB is going to push, this DB in particular. So 1, 2, 3. So this DB, if he's a +3, will push you into an automatic completion. This DB at a +1, 2, or 3 will push you into these two as well. But they're guaranteed completions for 9 and 11 yards. But that's against a bad secondary. And the goal of that is ultimately you want to see a bad, like a +1 DB, which is pretty common, or a +2 bad DB push you into a shot at a touchdown. Really bad DBs would push you into these automatic easy completions, right? So those aren't as popular. These aren't as they're obviously not going to happen as much. And up here, well, it's going to depend on whether you roll out of 1s, 2s, and 3s, and whether your defense is up to task, right? So there you have it. This is the modern one, which has a few more passes on it. I mean, matter of fact, let's go back and look at our thing. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays in the game. All of them pass attempts. So wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So I don't know when we would have seen a rushing attempt, but that's pretty cool. Anyway, there you go. For all of those watching, this has been a big country football tutorial using the new 1985 teams. And how are they the new ones? They have OL ratings now, and they have defensive fumble adjustments, defensive interception adjustments, the new charts, which have now -2 and +2, and the new OL ratings and how they affect play. So hopefully this helps. If there's any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. I will either attempt to answer them in comments, or I will attempt to answer them via email if you have an email. Or, of course, I am going to be playing this again not live, but I'll be playing again on my table. And as I do, I'll try to slow down and at times and walk people through results that come out I'll try to walk people through it a little slower. It's difficult for me to share it as far as visually, because my camera, it's set on a tripod, and if I pick it up, my camera only from a distance, it's not going to be able to read the charts. So I thought I would do this first, and then I can kind of walk people through it. But hopefully this helps, and I do hope people are enjoying the games. I'm telling you, I have played 8 big country games in the last week. I haven't played since I revamped the charts, because I'm waiting to get the new charts before I play. But just this little exhibition to show how the game works, I am dying to play. Raiders get a strip sack fumble and then throw a bomb for a touchdown. That's the 1980 Raiders. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.